Kim Wunderlich was out in the woods, bow in hand, when he suddenly locked eyes with two bear cubs standing just a few meters away. This was a bad sign. Their mother had to be nearby. And before he could even process the situation, the massive mother bear burst out of the forest and charged straight at him. The force of the hit sent both Kim and the bear tumbling down a steep hill. Would he be crushed under the weight of the enraged bear, or could he somehow survive the ordeal and fight back at the bottom? Let's talk about how you can make it through a grizzly bear attack. Grizzly bears are a subspecies of brown bear native to North America, and lately, bear attacks have been happening more frequently. These encounters are becoming a global issue. From 2000 to 2015, there were over 660 recorded bear attacks around the world, with 183 of those occurring in North America alone. That's why we've put together a list of the top 3 most jaw-dropping grizzly bear attack survival stories and the crucial lessons you can take from them if you ever find yourself face-to-face with an angry 800-pound grizzly. Our first story takes place in Montana, where Todd Orr, a seasoned hunter, was scouting for elk before the official hunting season. Despite knowing it wasn't hunting season yet, Todd had his pistol and bear spray with him, just in case. When he unexpectedly found himself in a meadow with a mother bear and her 2 cubs, the mother immediately charged at him. Todd quickly reached for his bear spray, but it had little effect. The bear pounced on him, sinking her teeth into his arms and shoulders. Todd instinctively dropped to the ground, lying face down and using his arms to protect his head and neck. Once the bear felt that Todd was no longer a threat, she returned to her cubs and retreated into the forest. Although Todd was badly injured, he managed to drag himself back to the trail and began walking toward his car. But his ordeal wasn't over yet. Not long after, he realized he had unintentionally taken the same route the bear and her cubs had gone. When the mother bear spotted him again, she flew into a rage and attacked a second time. Once again, Todd played dead, despite suffering more severe injuries, including a broken arm and severed tendons. But he stayed calm and didn't move. The bear eventually left him for good. This time, Todd waited much longer before attempting to stand. When he finally did, he walked 4.5 kilometers back to his car and drove for an hour to the nearest hospital. Now, let's go back to Kim Wunderlich, the man who had tumbled down a 20-meter hill with a grizzly bear. At the bottom of the hill, the bear clamped down on his upper thigh. Kim, knowing he had no chance in a direct fight, stayed perfectly still, pretending to be dead. He only moved once he heard the mother bear return to her cubs. Though seriously injured, Kim survived thanks to the help of his friends, who got him to a hospital in time. Before we reveal our most shocking story, let's reflect on what these survivors did right. Both of these men were experienced hunters, and they understood the most important rule when facing a grizzly bear. You have to convince the bear you're not a threat. Grizzlies don't typically attack humans for food. They attack because they feel threatened. To survive, you need to play dead, lie on the ground, curl up to protect your vital organs, and cover your head with your arms. No matter how bad the pain gets, stay still. Once the bear is gone, wait for at least 20 minutes before moving, and make sure to leave the area in the opposite direction of where the bear went. Unfortunately, not everyone is aware of this strategy, as seen in our next story. Brian and Marilyn Matayoshi were hiking through Yellowstone National Park when they spotted a mother bear with her cubs. They stopped for a quick photo before continuing their hike. A few minutes later, they saw the bears again. This time, the mother bear began to follow them. In a panic, Brian told his wife to run. They only managed to cover about 150 meters before the bear caught up to Brian. Marilyn quickly hid behind a fallen tree and remained completely still, listening in horror as the bear attacked her husband. After killing Brian, the bear approached Marilyn, but because she stayed motionless, the bear eventually left her alone. Marilyn survived the encounter with only minor injuries, but tragically, Brian did not. Grizzly bears are awe-inspiring creatures, but if you keep your cool and avoid provoking them, you can make it out alive. And that was today's video. Thanks for watching. If you know of any other species or subspecies, or know of any of these bears, leave them in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and see you in the next video and Zoo Turtle.